I retired and purchased a cabin in the woods to live alone in nature. Then my son-in-law phoned me. My parents will move into your place. If you aren't okay with that, return to the city. I kept my silence. But when they showed up, they discovered the surprise I'd left for them. My daughter used to be the light of my life. Then, because of one man's greed, she looked me in the eye and said, "You've changed. You've become someone I don't recognize." Can you imagine your own child saying that? And worse, knowing she was right, but for all the wrong reasons? It nearly broke me. The keys felt heavier than they had any right to be. I stood in Rebecca Marsh's real estate office in Cody, Wyoming, these new keys cool and solid in my palm, while she stapled documents I'd already forgotten the names of. Outside, the March wind chased tumbleweeds across the empty parking lot, a lonely dance of freedom. "Congratulations, Mr. Nelson," Rebecca beamed, her smile wide like she'd just handed me the entire world. And maybe, in a way, she had. "You're officially a property owner in Park County." The cashier's check, $185,000, had left my account that morning. 40 years. 40 years of overtime shifts, of skipped vacations, of packed lunches and frayed cuffs. For decades compressed into 6 figures, now converted into 800 square feet of timber and solitude, nestled 12 miles from civilization. A quiet place. My place. "Thank you," I managed, the words a little thick. I pocketed the keys, the cool metal a grounding weight, and shook her hand. My fingers were steadier than I expected. The drive from her office took me west on Highway 14, then north under a vast, endless sky. The roads grew narrower with each turn, the asphalt giving way to gravel, then gravel to dirt. Cell service dwindled from 4 bars to 2, then just 1, a thin lifeline disappearing behind me. I stopped at a little general store and bought coffee, bread, eggs, butter. The clerk, a woman with kind eyes, asked if I was visiting. "Living," I told her. She just nodded, like I'd said something profoundly wise. The final 2 miles climbed through a pine forest so thick the afternoon sun barely pierced the canopy. And then, there it was. The cabin, nestled in its clearing. I pulled over and cut the engine. The sudden silence was deafening, a symphony of nothing. For elk, majestic and unbothered, grazed 50 yards beyond the porch. They lifted their heads, studied my old truck with calm, ancient eyes, then went back to their meal. One flicked an ear at a fly. I sat there for 5 minutes, just watching them. No honking. No sirens. No voices bleeding through apartment walls. Just the wind in the pines, the rustle of dry grass, and the soft munching of elk. The cabin was exactly as the photos promised. Weathered cedar logs, a sturdy green metal roof, a stone chimney. Small, yes. Intimate. But mine. I unlocked the door and stepped inside. The air smelled of pine sap and old wood smoke, a comforting, honest scent. One main room with a tiny kitchenette. A bedroom barely large enough for a double. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.